Welcome to part 2 on my lesson for Rainy Day by Sungha Jung. This lesson is going to cover the chorus and the ending, and will complete the lesson. If you haven't seen part 1 yet, I have it linked in the description box, so go and check it out, and then come back to this video when you're ready. Once again, feel free to check out any of my other lessons, and also click the like button and subscribe if you want to support my content. So okay, on to the lesson. In part 1, we left off with this. Alright, so we left off on this slide. Now after you make the slide, we're going to make this shape, which is on the 7th fret of the 3rd string with your ring finger, and on the 7th fret of the 1st string with your pinky. Okay, you have the shape. Then you're going to hit the open 6th string, and hit the 3rd string, open 2nd string, open 6th string. Alright, now you're going to make this shape. So start with putting on your index finger on the 5th fret of the 1st string, and your middle finger on the 6th fret of the 3rd string. Alright, so you're going to have this shape. Then you're going to do a finger roll on the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings, like this. Alright, then you hit the open 6th string. Okay, so just going back a little, we have the slide, then this, alright, that's where we're at. So after that, you're going to make that same shape that we just had in the beginning of measure 18. So 7th fret, 3rd string, ring finger, 7th fret, 1st string, pinky. So come back to this shape. Then you're going to do a finger roll on the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings, and as you do that finger roll, you'll slide to the 9th fret, okay? So like that. Okay, so from the very beginning of that. Okay, so we should be on measure 19 right now. What you do here is hit both the 5th and 1st strings together. Alright, then on the 7th fret of the 4th string with your index finger, hit that note. Then hit the 3rd string. Now on the 9th fret of the 1st string, your pinky should be there. We're going to hit that note and slide to the 12th fret. So now when you get here, hit the 1st string again, then hit the open 5th string. Alright, so after you do that, we're going to make this shape. What you're going to do is, you're going to bar the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings on the 9th fret with your index finger, and on the 10th fret of the 2nd string, middle finger, 10th fret of the 1st string with your ring finger. So we have this shape now. You're going to hit both the 1st and 2nd strings, and as you do that, you do a pull off with your ring finger. Okay, so it'll sound like this. Alright, after you do that pull off, you're going to hit the 3rd string. Then on the 12th fret of the 2nd string, with your pinky, you're going to hit that note twice. Okay, so I know that might have been a little confusing, so I'll do it slowly from the start. Okay. Alright, so that's where we're at. We're in the beginning of measure 20 right now. So what you do here is on the 11th fret of the 5th string with your ring finger. Okay, 11th fret, 5th string, ring finger. You're going to hit that note. Now after that, you're going to make this shape. So you're going to bar up to the 5th string of the 9th fret with your index finger. Right, so pretty much you're barring here. Alright, so we have this bar. Then on the 11th fret of the 5th string, your ring finger should be there. And on the 12th fret of the 1st string with your pinky, so we have this shape right now, you do a finger roll on the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings, like this. Now on the tabs, it's saying that you can do the finger roll on just the 1st and 2nd strings if you want. So it's up to you. I prefer to do this chorus section by doing a finger roll on the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd strings. So it's just personal preference here. Okay, so after you do that finger roll, you hit the 1st string. Okay, then hit the 4th string, right? So 4th string. So when you hit that 4th string, it's going to hit the note where your index finger is barring. Alright, so after you hit that 4th string, you do a finger roll again on the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings. Then hit the 1st string again. Alright, then hit the 5th string, so that's where your ring finger was. Alright, now lift off your pinky and place your middle finger on the 10th fret of the 1st string. So you just place it here right now. Now what you do is you hit both the 1st and 2nd strings, and as you hit those 1st and 2nd strings together, you do a pull off with your middle finger, like this. Right? Okay, after that pull off, hit the 4th string, and then on the 12th fret of the 2nd string with your pinky, hit that note. And on the 10th fret of the 2nd string with your middle finger, hit that note. So slowly, from the beginning of measure 19, this is what we have so far. Okay, so now we're in the beginning of measure 21. So what you do here is you keep your bar on, okay, and then you hit the 5th string. Then on the 11th fret of the 4th string, you put your ring finger there and you hit that note. Then you hit the 3rd string. Then you hit the 2nd string and you hammer on to the 10th fret with your middle finger. Then you hammer on again on the 12th fret with your pinky. Right? So it sounds like this. So slowly, this is what we have. Alright, so after that, you move your bar over to the 8th fret. Now you hit both the 5th and 2nd strings together, and after you do that, you slide back to the 9th fret. Like this. Right? So essentially what you're doing is you're making this sound, but we're just barring and making that sound, just because it makes the transition easier in this particular part of the song. Alright, now after you do that slide, you're going to make this shape. So on the 11th fret of the 4th string with your ring finger, and on the 11th fret of the 3rd string with your pinky, you're going to hit the 4th string, 3rd string, and 4th string. So 4, 3, 4. Then lift off your pinky and place your index finger here on the 9th fret of the 3rd string, and you're going to hit that 3rd string twice. Okay, so just to do that entire sequence slowly from the beginning of measure 21, what we have is this. Okay, so now what you do now is you hit the open 6th string, then hit the 4th string, open 6th string. Now on the 7th fret of the 3rd string with your index finger, you're going to hit that note and slide to the 6th fret. And then on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, index finger again, you can hit that note. Then hit the open 6th string. Then on the 5th fret of the 1st string with your pinky, hit that note. And on the 4th fret of the 1st string with your middle finger, okay, you're going to hit that note and slide to the 2nd fret. Okay, so what we have so far is this. Okay, now we're on measure 23. So basically measure 23 is the same as measure 7. It's that same little sequence where when you come into here, right? So already know how to do that. So after you do that, place your ring finger on the 4th fret of the 5th string. You're going to hit that note. 2nd fret of the 3rd string with your index finger. Then open 2nd string. Okay, so and then this next little part, we're going to hit the open 1st string. And as you hit that 1st string, you're going to hammer on to the 2nd fret by placing a bar with your index finger. So, right? Hopefully that makes sense. So it's as if you're using your fingertip like this, except we're just barring to make that sound, placing the bar on. Okay? You can do it either way. Sungha likes to use his fingertip to do this part, and then he makes the bar after to do the next part. But I'm recommending to just do the bar right away, because it makes it much easier, and you still get pretty much the same sound. Okay, so what do we have here? We have this. Alright, so after you have that, you're going to make this shape. So you have the bar on, then on the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, put your middle finger there, and on the 3rd fret of the 1st string with your ring finger, you're going to do a finger roll on the 6th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings. Right. Now after you do that finger roll, lift off your middle and ring fingers, so you just have the bar on, and just hit the 1st and 2nd strings. Then on the 5th fret of the 2nd string, with your pinky, hit that note. Alright, so slowly, going back just a little, we have this. Right? Okay, so now we're on measure 25. So what you do from here is, you can leave your pinky where it is, but we're going to make this shape. So you're going to bar up to the 5th string of the 2nd fret with your index finger. So you have this barred up to here, pretty much. And then on the 4th fret of the 4th string, so 4th fret, 4th string, put your ring finger there. And on the 5th fret of the 2nd string, so your pinky was there already. So you have this kind of awkward shape. This kind of shape. So what you do now with this shape is you do a finger roll on the 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. So like this. Alright. After you do that finger roll, lift off your pinky. Okay? So your pinky comes off, and then your middle finger comes down on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Then we hit that note. Then you can lift your middle finger off, and then you hit both the 4th and 2nd strings. So 4th and 2nd. Alright. Now after you hit those notes, On the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, put your middle finger back down there, and we can hit that note. Alright, after that, go back to that shape that we just made in the very beginning of that measure. So back to this shape. Okay, and then you do a finger roll again, the same finger roll. Then you hit the 1st string. Then put your pinky on the 4th fret of the 1st string. Okay. Alright, so we put our pinky on the 4th fret of the 1st string, and then you hit both the 4th and 1st strings. Alright, now on the 5th fret of the 1st string, you have your pinky here. Hit that note and slide to the 7th fret. Okay, so let's just go back a little bit. Slowly, we have this. Right? So, again. Alright, so now we're on measure 26. Measures 26 through measures 31 are the same as measures 18 through 23. So we just learned how to play that, so I'm going to just play it through slowly instead of repeating what we learned. So slowly, what we have, starting on measure 26, we came in with a slide. Now we do this. Okay, so that's what we have. Alright, now we're on measure 32. Measure 32 is very similar to measure 24. So, in measure 24, we have this. Right? But in measure 32, like if you look at the tabs, the only difference now is we're going to hit this, and then you're going to hit the 3rd and 2nd strings, and then we just do everything the same. Right, so slowly, measure 32 is this. Right, so that should be something that you can play. If you want to, you can play it exactly as measure 24. It doesn't really matter because it's so similar, but it's up to you. You can follow the tabs and just play it the way the tabs are saying as well. So now we're on measure 33. You're going to make same shape as what we had in one of our previous measures, which is this. This is basically barring up to the 5th string of the 2nd fret with your index finger, and then on the 4th fret of the 4th string with your ring finger, and on the 5th fret of the 2nd string with your pinky. Right, so we've made this shape before. Do a finger roll on the 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. Right, so pretty much what we did in a previous measure. Now you lift off your pinky, put your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, and you're gonna hit that note. Okay, lift off your middle finger and hit both the 4th and 2nd strings. Then on the 4th fret of the 3rd string with your pinky, hit that note. Alright, now put your index finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Alright, index finger, 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Have that here. And you're going to hit both the 6th and 3rd strings together. Alright. Now on the 1st fret of the 3rd string, just move your index finger over. You're going to hit that note. And then put your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. Alright, so you have this shape right now. Now once you have this shape, you do a finger roll on the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. Alright, so 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, the finger roll. After you do that finger roll, on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string with your ring finger, you're going to hit that note. Okay, so just going back to the beginning of measure 33 slowly, what we have is this. Alright, now what you do is you hit both the 5th and 3rd strings together. So 5th and 3rd. Then hit the 4th string. Hit the 3rd string. Open 2nd string. Alright, now hit both the 5th and 2nd strings. And as you do that, hammer on to the 2nd fret of the 2nd string with your pinky. Just like this. Right? So. Okay, again slowly. So I know on the tabs it doesn't say that there is a hammer-on, but I think that's what Sungha does, which is why we're doing it. So pretty much after that hammer-on, come back to a familiar thing that we do throughout the song. So on the 5th fret of the 1st string, hit that with your pinky. And on the 4th fret of the 1st string with your middle finger, hit that note and slide to the 2nd fret. Right, so we're coming back into a sequence that we already know how to play. We're on measure 35. Measures 35 through 37 is the same as stuff that we've already done. So I'm just going to play through it slowly. Right, so we had this. Okay, so what we did up here is through measures 35 through 37, and the very last note of measure 37, the way we're going to play that note is by just moving our index finger over to the 2nd fret and hitting the note there. Okay? So there's no confusion. On measure 37, let's just start from the beginning of measure 37. So what we're doing here is Alright, after that, on the very last note, move your index finger over, and then we're going to hit that on the 3rd string. Okay, so after you do that, we're on measure 38. What you do here is you're going to make this shape. So on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, your index finger should already be there. Then on the 3rd fret of the 6th string, your middle finger. So we're going to have this shape now. You're going to hit both the 6th and 3rd strings together. Then open 4th string. Then hit the 3rd string. Open 2nd string. Alright, Now after that, place your ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. So you're going to have this shape now. Then you do a finger roll on the 6th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings. Right? Then hit the open 4th string, 3rd string. Then hit both the 1st and 2nd strings together. Right? So slowly, what we have is this. Alright, after that, you're going to make this shape. So what this shape is on the 2nd fret of the 6th string, you have your thumb hold that 6th string down. And on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, you have your index finger there. And on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string with your ring finger. Okay, once you have this shape, you're going to do a finger roll on the 6th, 3rd, and 2nd strings. Okay, then hit the open 4th string, 3rd string, 2nd string. Alright, now place your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 1st string. Alright, so we have that. Then you do a finger roll on the 6th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings. Alright, then hit the open 4th string, hit the 3rd string, 2nd string. Okay, so slowly we have this. Alright, now on measure 40. So from this position, what you're going to do is, you're pretty much going to make like a D minor shape, like this. And you're going to have a D minor with your thumb here. Alright, so basically what we have is on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, you're going to have your ring finger here. On the 2nd fret of the 3rd string with your middle finger. On the 1st fret of the 1st string with your index finger. Right? 1st fret of the 6th string with your thumb. So we have this right now. So it might feel kind of awkward to do, but that's pretty much what we have. Right? So when you have this shape, you're going to do a finger roll on the 6th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings. Okay. So after that finger roll, you hit the open 4th string. Then hit both the 3rd and 2nd strings together. And then hit the 1st string. Right? So okay, what you do now is place your index finger on the 1st fret of the 3rd string, and then do a finger roll on the 6th, 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings. Alright, then on the 2nd fret of the 5th string with your middle finger, hit that note. Alright, now what you do is you hit the 3rd string, and as you hit that 3rd string, you're going to hammer on to the 2nd fret of the 3rd string with your ring finger. Right here. So, hit the 3rd string and hammer on. Alright? And after that hammer on, you hit the open 2nd string. So we have this. Okay, now we come to the very last measure, measure 41. What you do now is you make this shape. So what this shape is, on the 4th fret of the 1st string with your index finger, have that there. On the 6th fret of the 4th string, you have your middle finger there. And on the 6th fret of the 3rd string with your ring finger. So you quickly come to this shape, and then you just strum down on all the strings. Or well, the tabs are saying to strum down starting from the 5th string. But you can strum down on all the strings, it doesn't matter, just depends what you think sounds better. So you can do that, or you can strum down on all the strings. Either way sounds nice. Okay, so just going back and taking it slowly. We'll do it slowly all the way back on measure 38. So we have this. So slowly we have starting on measure 38. Right, then you come to this shape. Right, then after that we do the D minor. So for this D minor transition, you can keep your ring finger where it is, because it stays there. So make that D minor shape, put the thumb on as well, right? Have this shape. Then we come here. And then quickly make this chord, strum down. That concludes this lesson for Rainy Day by Sungha Jung. I really hope I was able to help you guys learn how to play this song. If you really want to get the timing and rhythm down, I suggest you check out Sungha's video on his recording of it. You can also check out my cover. Of course, it's nowhere near as good as his, but the general timing is there as well. Also, if you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing and clicking the like button just to support this kind of content. And yeah, thanks so much guys. I'll catch you guys in the next lesson.